Oh, you guys. Welcome back for more Eco, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Austin Cruz, and let's just get back into this. In the last part, we went ahead and opened the east reflector, and that's basically, if you guys weren't really following or didn't really understand, that basically opens half of the gate now that we have the east side done. Now we're going to have to head over to the west side, and we're going to have to basically do the same exact thing there, although that is not the only thing we're going to be doing. We're actually going to have to navigate through a couple other areas before we're able to do that, and we can't even access the west side quite yet, so we're going to have to, open access to that part so we can get over there and do basically the same thing, but mirrored. So that's basically it. We've got more monsters spawning here, and I think under normal circumstances it would be beneficial to our interest to actually kill these guys, because we're going to have to leave Yorda out here for a little bit, but we're also going to have to return out here, which is kind of unfortunate. But luckily, we do have our newfound amazing sword, and we can actually kill these guys quite a bit faster. So what we can do is just start slicing them like normal. Don't you dare take my princess. Yeah. It's kind of hard to tell what I'm doing from so far away, but we're going to run away so we don't get attacked. Look at these guys. Wow. Oh, crap. Oh, we already killed one of them. That's really nice. So, no, you cannot have my princess. She is not for sale. You're not allowed to abduct her. So, the sword is quite a bit stronger, and it's very recommendable to have a lot. And come on, are you going to... Alright, yeah, you're going to get the payback there. So, we're going to... Oops, did I turn myself around? No, I did not. There it is. I think he's dead now. Can't really tell. Yep, he's dead. So you guys see that? If we had the Deku stick, we would be screwed. So that's why you don't want to forget the sword before you leave that area. Even though, like I said, we will find a couple more of these later, it's still good to have on us at all times. And we're not going to need... We're actually going to need it for this next part anyway. But this game is fairly lenient about leaving sharp objects around. So that's pretty good. So let's go head back over here. And if you recall where that portal spawned, there's a ladder that we can now go up, and in the last part you guys noticed that door to that said ladder is now open to us, so we can go over there and complete our next part. So there's that, and it kind of stops you from kind of sequence breaking, because you need the sword for this next part, but there's a sword on the other side of that door, so it's not like you could have just gotten the sword first before going to the first reflector. So anyway. Once we're over here, there's another sword in case you need it. It's Excalibur, it's the Master Sword, so we're going to activate this lever here, and what that's going to do, that's going to lower the first drawbridge, as you guys remember that from before. That basically lets us, and as you can see, we're right above the courtyard right now, so we're actually going to have to go over there and circumnavigate a bit. Now here, usually Yorda will get abducted. Let's see if she does this time, because I love this game to make me a liar sometime, so... wow, she did not get abducted. She always gets abducted. Like, when I just step in there for like 5 seconds, she'll be like, ah! It's kind of irritating at times, but I'm glad she didn't this time. Kind of stops the flow. So now we've got this drawbridge open, like I've been saying, and now we can actually head on over here. And like I said, there's the courtyard down there, but also there's that room over there that we broke the chandelier in. This is that same area that I went outside that I said we didn't have to. Now what we're going to want to do first is head over here, and if you guys recall, I made note of a block here that we could have moved, but we didn't have to. Well, now is our chance to do it. Now that we have the sword, we can do a couple more things, and it's pretty nice how we can like go back to previous areas and then, do stuff that we weren't able to do before. Kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of a cool exploration aspect. Now what we're going to want to do is slice this. Crap. Okay, I think you can't get it from there. Sometimes I think like I did once, or maybe I didn't, but we can jump over to this thing, and then we can go ahead and slice the rope. Yeah! That was such an awkward slice. Doesn't seem like it should have done that. So make sure you do that, because that's going to be required. In case you didn't guess, we're going to need to swing into that left side of the building there, or that portion of the building, I guess. This would be such an awkward place to live. I'm not even sure what the point of this fortress is other than to, do stuff with. But now this part, we can actually skip the enemies, and I think we will, but we're going to want to hurry our Tuniki arses across this place. Now, if you recall, we did destroy the bridge, so we're going to have to go this way, and we have to go around. Can we please... Thank you. This part, I don't know why we can't go over that part right there. It doesn't let us. We have to climb over that thing. So if we head over here, this is the perimeter of that room I was telling you about a long time ago. So they're just going to be flying. And I think, hopefully, if we don't get her abducted, at least we have the sword to get her back. So now we can go down the thing over here. The idle doors will not be there again. So we actually have to leave these guys in here. And we can't just instant kill them. So we're going to run over here. No! Okay, run! Run! Speedrunning tactics. Ignore all enemies. So there. Now we have done that. We are good. They're not going to follow us out. They're like, ah, the light. It burns. So what's up with you guys? Today is February 5th, and I just am now uploading episode 33 of Twilight Princess, which is kind of cool. We're still kind of a long way from the ending there. I kind of regret making those, like, kind of in the middle, like, in the 20s, like, the 20 episodes. Like, I kind of regret making those episodes, like, 15 minutes long, because I definitely could have had them, like, be, like, in the, like, early 20s, like I usually do, like, 20, 22 minutes, but I don't know, it was kind of, I feel kind of stupid now, because that just is making the project drag on too long, and, it's actually kind of lucky that I did, and there we are, the camera changed to way back here. Oops, I'm going way too high up. We need to, oh, never mind, we have to go to this broken one up here, not the bottom one, you have to go to this one. Now, right when you're roughly right there, you're gonna want to go across, and like I said, yeah, it's kind of lucky that I did, though, because I didn't want to, have no videos while my laptop was away, so let's head into this room, and so I guess that's applicable, but for whatever reason we have to go into this storage room, I guess, and push this block off, sawed off, and once we're doing that, we can actually knock it down through that first broken window, I guess. I would have said second, but technically the upper one would have been the second, and this is to help Yorta get in here. So, for whatever reason, the game gives you a ladder just in case you need to go back in there, but you can't reach that ladder unless you have the block, so it's kind of counterproductive to have that ladder there. I don't know what that's all about, but once that's done, we can call Yorta. Like, come on over, Yorta. We need your help. We need your help! So today is actually my day off, which is kind of nice, and tomorrow is Super Bowl. Wait, did I say February 5th? Today is the 4th. Yeah, tomorrow's Super Bowl Sunday, and I actually have to work 9 hours tomorrow, which kind of sucks, but it's okay, I guess, because at least I'll have a couple of videos to upload while I'm off doing that. And there's that. So there's nothing else down there. It's the most pointless room in the world. We can go ahead and open these idle doors. So there is that. I don't know if you guys are actually all into the Super Bowl thing. I think it's really overrated, and I'm not too big of a fan of the whole ordeal. But it's I guess it's kind of, I can appreciate people enjoying it because it's something. It's like a cultural thing for us. For Americans, I should say. So we can leave Yorta right there and climb up this ladder. We're not going to need her for this next part. So here we're in this waterfall room, and this, for whatever reason, gives people a lot of trouble, especially on the PS3 version where it's a little bit changed, but I didn't think it was that bad. Like, so what we can do now is jump over to this thing right here and just keep on swinging just in case. Now, it kind of looks like there's a lot to do here, and that's because there kind of is, but we're not going to bother with that right now because we're going to climb down this ladder right here. And we're gonna just drop down here. And now once that's done, before you leave this top part, you're gonna want to go take this cube that's conspicuously placed over here. Now, you don't have to do this right away, it just kind of saves some time, and it helps, I guess, not having to backtrack so much, and then we can go and leave it. One more. We'll do one more, because we have to push it into that pit over there. And I don't want to hit a pillar. Please don't hit a pillar. Alright, good. I usually hit a pillar. That's not something I like doing very often. So we're going to drop it here, and as you can imagine, we're going to have to go back up with Yorta eventually. So fortunately, there is actually, I guess, a lift here. I wouldn't exactly say it's an elevator, although if you lived in the UK, then that technically would be an elevator because people say, hey, you want to ride the lift up to the 18th floor, yo? And that's elevator in British slang. I don't know. But anyway, now we're on the other side of that gate here. We can actually open it for you, ooh, Yorta, which is very nice. Very good for us. So that's kind of good because she couldn't jump across chains, as you guys recall. Now we're gonna have her come back this way with us, and ooh, don't want to fall off there, and go back down the ledge here. And okay, I keep on missing really badly. I just got Final Fantasy 13 in the mail today, which is kind of cool. My brother used to have it, my older brother, but I didn't really get into it. And then I kind of started like getting back into my Final Fantasy phase, and I've been playing through 7 and 8 simultaneously. And then I played through a little bit of 10, but my disc is really scratched, and my PS2 is kind of annoying to hook up, so I don't really play it all too often, but I really enjoy it, and I was like, you know what, let's give this another shot. So I went ahead and got that for 15 bucks, brand new, sealed and everything, and then I just went ahead and ordered Final Fantasy 13, or 13-2, I should say, because that didn't look too bad. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just a sucker for Final Fantasy games, or just RPGs in general. But anyway, let's go save here on this couch. And Yorta, while there's a waterfall here, the water is still fine, baby. Okay, so now that that's done, we don't have to save here. We'll actually have to come back later because you'll notice there's a staircase there, and that, I guess, for obvious reasons, we're going to have to drain this waterfall. We're going to have to destroy the ecosystem for which Eco lives in. and just to make our way, you know, out of this castle. So it's whatever. It's odd that there'd be a waterfall in this castle here, but I'm not complaining. So yeah, we're gonna have to backtrack to that spot anyway. I just wanted to make sure I got that save in just in case so we could skip it next time. So I'm actually bringing this over to her for whatever reason. Let's just go up here, and she'll follow us. So anyway, let's grab her. So yeah, I'm not really sure what else there's to talk about. I'm sorry my voice feels kind of weird right now. I'm kind of tired. I fell asleep with the lights on, and I only slept for like 4 hours, but that was really awkward because I don't usually fall asleep on this little baby bed that I have in my room. I used to have a love couch in my room, but we left that in my old house for whatever reason. I love that thing to death, and also it's just my sister's, like, her old baby bed. It's like this little wooden, like, thing with just, like, a really crappy mattress on it, and it's literally only, like, 4 feet wide, and I fell asleep on that. It's so weird, but, oh, would you just look at him? So, and also, I don't really say this much, but, when I record, I usually brush my teeth before I record, and that's because, I use some pretty strong dental stuff to keep my teeth clean and whatever, and also it makes my voice sound a lot smoother. Like, you can obviously tell when my voice is looking nice, but of course after like 5 minutes it wears off, so it's not really consistent throughout the video, just the beginning of it. And I'm drinking coffee right now, so I didn't really feel like brushing my teeth because everyone hates the taste of coffee and mint. I guess unless you're like weird, like I don't understand how my dad would always brush his teeth and then he'd drink coffee, like black coffee. It's like, that's so sick. And so yeah, I don't want that to sound gross or anything. And I usually eat Mentos too, like when I save or something, I usually pop in a Mento, and that gives me like a couple of minutes of nice voiceness. I just did just now, since I don't usually drink while I'm playing. I could usually just take a sip and then eat a Mentos or whatever. Now this room is a little confusing for some people who have not played the PS3 version, only the PS2. And also in this room, we actually can get started on our Seeker. You'll notice this slightly discolored wall. What we can do here is we can actually move it. Now, this is all you want to do for now. Ignore it now. Don't do anything else in that room or you're going to screw it up. I'm pretty sure you can work around that screw up, but just don't worry about it right now because it's annoying and it's actually very simple if you don't try and go too far in the future. Now, this room is quite memorable to me in the PS2 version because this is usually one of the only places where we can do this particular thing. However, it is a little bit different in the PS3 version, and that's why it gives a lot of people trouble because it kind of touches on a couple of aspects that we're gonna have to deal with in only this room, and it's a little confusing at first, I guess, but it's actually kind of easy. And once I figured it out, it took me like 5 minutes and a reload to actually figure it out. But it's pretty simple, and I'm kind of like, well, duh, that's obvious. It's just the game developers didn't make it like explicit what you had to do because, like I said, this is the only part in the game where everyone have to do this particular mechanic. And in all honesty, it's kind of a good one, but it's something that they just kind of abandoned after using it once here. So we're just going to go ahead and head over here, and we're going to go ahead and activate this lever here. Now, actually, this lever and this ladder were not in the PS2 version. What we had to do in the PS2 version, this pipe over there would actually lead to that fourth ledge over there. However, as you can tell, the pipe doesn't quite reach that far. And so that's what kind of confused me at first, was that. So we're going to have to head back down, and once we do that, we actually have to use that pumping thing over there to launch ourselves into the air onto the wall, which is kind of cool. But what you want to do basically is wait until it goes down, and then, oops, that was really bad. Okay, that was really bad. You want to wait for it to go to accidentally tap it. You can like hold it when it goes down, and then when it goes, there it is. So it's really easy. Like, they give a lot of room for error there, but I kind of screwed it up first time. Of course I would screw it up on recording. So now we're gonna go out here. Now, like I said, this is going to be your prime reason for not being able to beat this in under 2 hours, is this one part right here, and I'll get into that in just a minute. Basically, we have to jump onto one of those ledges on the water wheel, and then we have to jump to that ledge over there. You see that kind of handle thing? We have to jump onto that. Now, the thing about that is that the game gives you very, very little time. It is not forgiving in the slightest for your jumping time there. You have to be perfect, like, and you have to like stand up at the perfect angle, otherwise you can't jump. And you can't just jump, you have to actually like make your, like, you're picking yourself up perfectly. Sorry, I'm kind of stumbling over my words there, but it's just really annoying. Like, it's one of the most annoying things in this game, is this one segment. So actually, we can take this cube over here, and while we don't have to do this immediately, I would recommend doing it while the water is still flowing. But basically, we're going to throw this cube down there, and that's going to be used for later. And we're going to have the current drifted away. Otherwise, we'd have to push down the dry, I guess, bottom of the waterfall. That was almost going to say hurricane, but... So there's that. So there goes the companion cube. So long, my friend. So is Yorda out here? There she is. Okay. So let's try this. I'm not sure how many times this is going to take. I might cut it a few times, so just keep that in mind. So just you kind of have to anticipate it a little bit and then give yourself a little bit of time. Now jump up and then jump. Nope. See right there. You have to be walking in the direction that you want to jump into. You can't just jump and then move forward. Otherwise, he just jumps. You have to be moving forward. So that's why you kind of need to get a little head start there. So we're gonna try this and then climb up and nope. So you notice how there's like kind of two parts to the ledge that are slanted. It's separated by the divide there. You have to be on the right side of it, like on the right side of that ledge. So you'll be on the upper side of the jump there, and it's really annoying to hit. And this is why I was not able to get that 2 hours, or mostly not. Oh my God, you guys! Oh my, I got it on my, what, third try? What? Game. Oh, well, you didn't have to do that for me, game. Oh, you're so nice. This game is working so perfectly in my favor. I was expecting to have to redo that like 50 times, and I don't even know how I did it. I was just talking, not even paying attention. Wow. So here we are, destroying the ecosystem for which Eco lives in. Very nice. So now that that's done, oh my God, I was surprised that took me as short as it did. Oh, you guys, you don't understand. Oh man, if I had done that on my speedrun, I probably would have gotten it. Well, probably not, because there's this other part too that was really annoying. And now that that's done, where are you, Yorda? Okay, so now for the secret. You'll notice this tree here, this very inconspicuously placed tree. Go ahead and whack it with. I said whack it with your. Whack it. I said whack it. See, look, you guys see that, and you'll notice there is this very nice looking ball here. So what we're going to want to do now is take this ball to that room I was telling you about. Oh yeah, you guys, look at that pixelation. God, I love how he walks like that. He's like, yep, do my job. Oh man, Eco, I love this game. It's so perfect. I want to see the motion capturing, like the barbarically archaic version of that. And we're going to take it over in here. Now the reason why I said you guys wanted to wait for this is because there's a pressure switch here. And basically, once both of you are standing on it, we're gonna have to set this down in a second, but we have to put this in this little area right here, alright? And once we just set it down right here, that's gonna lift up, and basically we won't be able to put that, I guess, acorn or whatever, that we can't put that ball in here. Now, on your first playthrough, I don't want this to be a spoiler, on your first playthrough, this will be a spiked mace that you'll get out of this, okay? That's kind of a spoiler, but in this, you get something slightly different, in my opinion. Much, much better on your second playthrough only. So when we step on the switch, and that goes in there, see, it'll be too high for us to throw it in there. We're gonna get a nice little gift. You guys, we got, oh my God, we got the lightsaber. Look at that, you guys, just look at this. It is amazing, and also we'll get a trophy for it. But basically, and for the spiked mace, but this is just, look at it. This is your most powerful weapon in the game aside from the final one, which we don't get until very late in the game, but this is just so awesome. Like, it's so out of place for one, but it's so cool that they'd put that in there in favor of the spiked mace. Now, the spiked mace would be your second most powerful weapon. It is very powerful, your spiked. Don't underestimate the power of the spiked mace. I'll tell you guys what. So now we can actually jump off over here. And I guess if you wanted to, you could go all the way back around and up the lift from before. And, oh, I guess we earned the Shining Sword right now. So, there's that. So we're going to jump over here. And now, if you guys don't recall from where this is right outside that area over there, where we'll be able to save over here. But you'll notice there's no water down there, which is very nice. And the idle doors. So there's the couch. If you want, you can save there. I think I'm good enough on time. I can just go to the next one. I don't want to end off here where you guys are going to see the Shining Sword, but without the thing over here. And here's that thing over there if you really wanted to go all the way down from there. So we're going to head down over here, and we're going to have to move this block so Yorda can get up there. But oh my God, look at this, guys. We get enemies here. So just lo and behold, the sword of amazing death right there. Come on now, you can't let me do that there. Instant death to anyone you punch. Now you'll notice that, of course, the power is going to be low unless we're touching onto Yorda, which is just extremely long, but that makes these fights so much easier, and we're going to be holding on to this for basically the rest of the game. But, spoilers, we will lose it. Okay, look at that. Why are you saying no? And then she's going to go and do it anyway, you hypocrites. It's so funny, you guys. Like, ugh. And then when he's carrying, like, Yorda's hand and a bomb at the same time with the lightsaber. I'm just going to call it a lightsaber because that's what it is. It is a lightsaber, you guys. So, all right, let's go. So we're actually heading out of the castle now, oddly enough. You'll notice we're going through, like, this very strange cavernous area. And we will be making our return here. Mark my words, we will be coming back here, just not at this moment in time. So let's head down over here. And I'm looking at my computer, and the recording is turning out really jagged for some reason, but it turns out fine in recording. I just want to make sure I keep my eye on that because sometimes, you know, when I'm playing like Rock Band, I think some of you who've seen my other channel, you'll know that some venues give my recorder trouble for whatever reason, but I did just restart it, so there should be no problems whatsoever, and I don't know how long I've been recording. I'm hoping this is like around the 20-minute mark so we can get to the next couch, but it's not that far away, so we can head over here. It's so funny, just that... Jeez. Alright, yes. Come over here. Tempt fate once more. Oof. There's some, like, jumps that seem really odd to make. Like, I think she's just going through, like a piece of bark there, or wood. You can't really tell from here. If you guys remember that room where we had where we dropped the chandelier, before we destroyed the bridge, if we had Yorda jump across, and then from that area I told you not to, then she would, like, impale herself on, like, a piece of rebar, which I thought was kind of odd. But now we're out here, and this is kind of an interesting area. You can kind of see some future areas that we're going to go to in a minute here, which is kind of annoying, but we're going to make our way down there. And oh, the couch is in this one. It's right when we get on the other side of this. Come on, let's go there. So there. So we're going out here. That was very odd. It just goes out like that. Going down. So this entire next part is kind of odd because it's so out of place, considering we're actually out of the castle. We're actually near the sea now, and there's just that to take into consideration. So anyway, that's all we're going to do on Eco. We actually accomplished quite a bit. That waterfall section is a doozy, alright, compared to the other parts of the game, and getting the shining sword / lightsaber. So my name is Ellison Cruz. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I think we'll be able to finish this within 3 more parts. This is episode 5, if I do recall correctly. So a couple more parts, and we'll be done here, and then we'll get started on something else. And the Tales of Eco will be over. Or will it? Perhaps, perhaps not. But in the meantime, I'll talk to you guys later.